Welcome to our Emuna weekly special class this week. Wow, this is the 10 days of repentance. No, it isn't. It's actually a week before, but we're going to make out that we are in such a special time. We're going to allow ourselves to imagine, to enter into the realm of spirituality as if right now is this Emuna, powerful, connecting moment of spirituality, of the 10 days of repentance, a time from Rosh Hashana to Yom Kippur, a time where HaMelech HaKodesh is said every day, HaMelech HaMishpat, where we're crowning the King daily, Avinu Malkeinu, Sachlan Isha, Shari Shamayim, we're opening up the gates of heaven. The whole world is praying for a new year. The whole world is doing repentance in a real way, not like the old school shaking and trembling, but in our real, authentic, up to date, right now, Tafshin Pei. Yeah, today, Shanas Bedus is a time of redemption. It's a year of redemption. It's a year, Tei Shanas Panasa. It's a time of lots of Panasa, lots of wonderful. And today, Shanas Fabulous, someone said in English. It should be a year that's fabulous. That's like a cute one. But the point is, we're in a special Emuna time in the middle of Rosh Hashana to Yom Kippur, and we're going towards Shabbos Shuvah. We're heading towards a time where we're readying ourselves for a new year of Emuna, a new year of enjoyment of being. What does it mean to be who we are? To enjoy being a Jew. That was one of the biggest advices from Rabbi Nachman, how to just be happy to be a Jew. I remember on the Emuna Tour of Shalom Arush, how happy he was just to be a Pashta Jew, just to make a Asher Yotze, to thank Hashem that he went to the bathroom. He was dancing and making a bracha and a drink of water. He was dancing, enjoying just this life, this moment, to just breathe, to enter into the world of now and to experience it in the most intense, soulful way. That was the message I saw for being with Arush on the Emuna is our future tour, and that's why it's so important everybody comes and joins us and partners in this new year. We're having right now in the middle of Rosh Hashana Yom Kippur, we're preparing for Sukkot. It's a time where we rejoice of that, what it means to have this Emuna-filled life. But together, those three special times, like Shabbos, the Friday night, the Shabbos day, and the Shalas Sudas, we go from Rosh Hashana, Yom Kippur to Sukkot. There's a connection. Every Tishrei is like Shabbos. It's Yom HaShvi. It's the Chodesh HaShvi. It's the 7th month. It's a Chodesh of month of honey, of sweetness, of Dvash. To enjoy what it means to sweetness. The Dvash is Gematria, Abba Rachamim, our merciful Father. We're connecting into this light during these 10 days of repentance. And Rosh Hashana is a leader in these kind of things. Not only did we have the Emuna as our future Uman experience with the first year ever, Rav Arush was translated into English. Unbelievable. That's what hopefully would have happened by the time this class goes live. We had 6 wonderful classes. One of them, Rav Arush not speaking, but we're going to have Yonatan Balayesh, a Talmud of him, and myself, and we had the opportunity to tap in to that light in Uman. Hopefully those videos that we were able to take of 2 of the classes are going live and around on the internet. Thank God we can store that up either spiritually if we were there in Uman by the New Uman Show, or we can tap into that light after the fact. Because remember this, when you do something eternal, you do something spiritual, you do something real, it has a lasting eternal effect. Every time you keep a mitzvah, every time you pray with more kavana, every time you do a kindness, these are eternal achievements. And that's why after we went through these 7 habits in the 7 previous classes, and even the 3 habits before, during the 3 weeks, and really comes together as 10 habits, the 10 habits of truly effective people, of truly effective Jews. We all are together to be true and to be effective in a truthful way, not just highly for the sake of money and honor, but to be truly effective. That has an eternal connection. All those 10 habits internalized and realized. But so, let me ask you, what's bothering you? Yeah, we have to stop for a minute and be real and say, look, life has got to a point where it's so fast, like you go to a movie and it's fast action, not that you should watch movies, but just say you do, and there's so much going on, and it's so intense, and you go on your phone and it's like phone, people messaging, trying to get hold of me. Even during this class, there was people trying to get hold of me. There's so much going down, and you're like, wow, this is intense. This is like, life is like pressuring me this way, that way. How do I focus myself on the path of Emuna? How do I ground myself? Like the way Rav Arush and other Siddiqim are able to just be grounded. Like Rabbi Nachman teaches, and about Shem Tov's teachers, and all the way back to the Arizal, and the Shem Baychai, all the way back to Moshe Rabbeinu, where they were able to just be in the moment, experience the gift of life and the full completeness of what that means. The chai behem, to live in it, to really live and experience what life is, what the energy that Hashem is making constantly, constantly creating the world again and again. And what are we doing? We're getting caught up into these like mind tricks and thoughts and internet pulls and streams, and everything's like and the movie's going powerful. So what did a rabbi once say to me? He said a really good advice. He said, we don't have to watch movies anymore. We can just watch the fight of our evil inclination. That has in it the power to inspire us. So just watching what happens on a daily level, the ego, the pride, the tivers, the need, the desires of this world, that in itself, just fighting that, dealing with that, and just allowing your life to be more elevated, more spiritual, more uplifted, more focused, more joyful, more energized to that new energy that's come down in the world with a new year that we've just brought in together. This power gives us the ability to really have simchas achayim, to have happy life. And a happy life is something which, it's as Rabbi Arush always says, and we said it in the previous class, Emuna or Gehenim. It's either one or the other. I was standing in the airport, in the previous week, and I was coming back from London, and I was standing there, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, the passport control was challenges like you can't imagine, and the delays with the bags, nothing was coming, and everyone just standing there. And a fine Jew comes up to me and says, what do you do? So I said, it was a Hasidic Jew from London. I said, I work with Arush, Baruch Hashem, I'm meritorious, and he's someone who's, been mechazik so many people, and, including myself. He, as a famous saying is, he changed my life. And his students as well, like Brody and other special people that we will have appreciation for all these years of work they did, and all these other wonderful people that have connected to his light and shared it, like Moshe Kasuto and their own light, and then they have Gedali Fenster, who we're going to be with on the Emuna, our future tour, and Diane Elgrod's going to come special to translate, and we're going to have Galamidi is going to translate, and all these wonderful people. The list just goes on, and Charlie Harari is going to come with Machazik. And we're going to have all these wonderful people in Mexico, please God, we're going to go to Mexico, we're going to come together with so many kinds of Jews and all the different locations we're going to. It's so inspiring when you think about what's ahead with Emuna as our future tour. And we're going to see that energy, the simchas achayim, thank God, from all these people, and even more so from Arush himself, and that how the advice from Rabbi Nachman is not just like a nice, concept, like intellectual, it's interesting, we can study it in university. No, this is real life. This is something which is so real, and is such such knowledge that can change our life. And that's really the way we should try to experience these three special festivals of Rosh Hashana, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. We should go through Rosh Hashana, we should keep that Uri, the Yishi, Hashem brings salvations, and the idea of the Sukkot of betochen and trust. This trust that we create for being in this shelter of Hashem's covered, Hashem's glory, and that's a tremendous opportunity. So I just wish everyone now that we've entered into these 10 days, and we're coming Zechayna L'chaim and Chavetz Chaim, we should really appreciate what life, the gift of life. We should use life. And all the different times you mentioned it during the prayer service, coming up Yom Kippur, everyone should be sealed for a wonderful life with Ne'ilah, special Eis Ratzon, that one of the highest times of the year is the time we can really connect. Our relationship with Hashem can be on a whole different level. There's no body holding it back. We're totally spiritualized. Baruch Hashem, Kavod, Malcham Ved, as the wonderful Yishai Ribu song that was released on Vodas Kohanim. They hear the idea of what it was like with the priests in the temple, and they just get a little image into that third temple, into that world which we're heading towards. With Mashiach's coming, please God, we're definitely at a time, Teishan Us, but it's a redemptive year. It's a time for all of us to really pray for the Gula Shlema, on an individual level and a public level. And everyone should really, use this time, the Eitz Ratzon, Avinu Malkeinu, to really pray for our Father, our King, to bless us all in the most wonderful ways, all our family, all our friends, to have them all in mind. And I really hope that I'll be seeing you together on our Emuna Tour, even whether it's in Shalom or when we're once, please God, in North America and Central America. Hopefully for the new year we'll even make it to London and South Africa and all the other wonderful unity projects that I'm involved with, inspiration, to inspire, to be involved with this flow, to allow this flow to take over of Emuna, that there's one unified force, bringing everything together in the ultimate unity. Please God, with opinion by Shlishi, b'mehevi amen amen. Have a wonderful week, a wonderful year. Enjoy this special time with your family and friends. May it be sweet and pleasant.